Hey guys, welcome to our review of Kamen Rider 01, episode 24. As always, I'm your host, Stratos. Here with me today we have
The Cinder Blaze.
And Makotoa.
my dudes. Welcome back. We got done watching this episode yesterday so that you guys can comment on it and we can respond to it in this video. But before we do that, let's dive into our thoughts. And I thought this was a really good episode. A very nice shakeup of the status quo and a pretty decent payoff to a lot of the more fillery aspects of the show. And I like the more status quo-y episodes and more of the something of the week episodes. But toward the end of these arcs, they were starting to get a bit stale. I'm glad that we didn't sit in that for too long before.
I don't know. I feel like we're still sitting through it.
Yeah, it's
just
been
like 1000. Just like, man, you wait. We have 2 more episodes of this stuff at least. I was like, God, you're such a terrible villain.
yeah, he's like,
It
I
felt
mean, like
it
evil
was
villain,
pretty-
not terrible. Because I feel like
Yeah.
he's a pretty good villain.
I felt like it was pretty it was pretty concluded toward the end of it. Like
we
he
have had
something like, "Hey, Human Gear sales are back up, something," and it was all because of Arto, something.
Yeah, it has kind of wrapped things up, at least in that regard. Also, like you said, the payoff, but being all those other, the freaking
Human Gear.
Gear.
yeah, Human Gear. All of those different ones got to help out in some little way,
Yeah.
little cameos here and there. Maybe that's why we didn't get much screen time of our secondary character or secondary writer,
Mhm.
because he didn't seem to have much to do this episode, which I feel like has something to do with just how thin we've been running
he had
this.
plenty to do this episode. He
Yeah.
just got hella pissed off for no reason.
That was it.
Punched him out of his shackles.
I mean, what else do you need?
Like,
And
we've
then he
seen
pops
this.
back in and he gives like the most like, deer in headlights look. He's like,
We have seen this scene so many times. It's like, man, finally it seems like we're gonna be out of it. But I can't believe it's taken this long for us to get that character and also the other dude who died back into the show.
I have the names on here. This one's name is Kamen Rider Jin, and then the other one is Hirobi. So pink is Jin, purple is Hirobi. I finally sticked them up so I know their names now.
There you go.
What? It's
Yeah.
taking you this long to figure out their names.
Shut up.
I mean, they haven't been in the show for a while, so I'm just
I live and die by the Soto sticker. That is how I operate my life.
Oh man.
yeah.
I don't know. I just like these characters so much that I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I just like them too much. And that's why I remember their names.
That's fair.
The twist was nice. The priest, the actor,
Oh hell yeah.
that was
Oh yeah.
clean.
I also like we talked about it after the show, but Alex, you were saying you weren't really on board with like the hate, or I mean the good guys bringing their good together to put it inside the good guy to make him good again, or something. Yeah,
No,
I mean,
it's
not
just-
with those words, but I felt like that was sort of the aura you were emanating.
Like it's more like the mechanics of that I was kind of confused about. Just like first off, like how do they? I guess they're all connected to Arc in some way,
Uh-huh.
but then they just like found and materialized like the goodwill within them
I mean,
and
if you
just
can
thrust it into him. I mean,
if you can put all the hate into a system and have it overcome someone, it would follow that the good and the goodwill could be manifested in a similar way
you
and
got a
be
good point.
galvanized into the energy that would have been needed to purify the suit.
I just loved how he went from digital hell to digital heaven.
Yeah, he shot
Yeah.
out the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I guess they did set up like the whole arc and Zaya kind of like
Yeah.
difference in that aspect, because like, come on, we all know like the arc is like just full of like all the contempt, because that's basically what Hirobi was doing since the beginning of the series.
Mhm.
But I don't know, like maybe Bowser was trying to get access to Zaya or something along those lines.
I genuinely do not know what that man's plan was, especially for Metal Cluster, because he kept using the suit anyway. Was it to deter him from using the suit? Was it to make him use the suit and like tarnish the name by doing bad things in that suit? Like, no consequences happened. We
He
only
didn't
had
really
two...
explain it. It's the
Yeah.
same with like his plan, where he would like try and, I guess, antagonize one of those guys who he gave the little clip to, the ear clip, and then he's like, haha, I meant to make him go evil so that he would make
Yeah.
the human gears go berserk. And it's like, how is that servicing you as this grand scheme of, you know, because he was so all about fairness, where he's like, you've disappointed me going rogue like this. I want this to be a fair fight. And then like the next episode, he's like, I'm definitely rigging this. It's not a fair fight at all.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I feel like a lot of our issues with this past arc could be traced back to Bowser and how
What
huge
does
of a
he
shit
want?
took on the show.
Yeah, it's
does
the
he
pacing of
really
Bowser. Like, I mean, I guess now that Arthur can like genuinely like kick his ass, or at least not
It's
genuinely,
about time,
consciously
honestly.
kick his ass.
Yeah,
He's
conscious.
a little bit less of like a threat, and maybe we can move on with whatever we have right now. But Kamen Rider has like this issue where they just keep that power level for a while, and they just kind of like dawdle around until whenever. So I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't stick around like that, because I remember like the lull when the writers get like their mid-series power up like it's very hit or miss for a lot of shows.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one, the second twist by the other human gear, we didn't like it.
What was it?
He intentionally went rogue.
I
So
liked it. I talked about it last week. I was
You-
like, oh hey.
No, you were like, no, that's not okay. You said that at the beginning when he was revealing that he went berserk so that those two could be together.
Oh no, not the intention. I knew, I had a feeling he had done that to begin with. His intentions real dumb, but I had a feeling he did it on purpose. I just couldn't understand how that would work, but they cleared it up this episode. Still, really hate that guy. That should not have happened. They're not a best match. All his credibility is out the window, but some of it was brought back when he popped up at the beach and said best
Well,
match.
you know what? You know, like the chick is kind of like a rabbit, and he's like a giant ass tank. So I guess they are a best
I mean,
match.
you're not incorrect. She was Yellow Buster, who was a rabbit, so that makes sense.
She was,
But the other
yeah,
dude was a penguin, so that doesn't make sense. Go away.
He
I
was? Was he in Go Buster?
No, he was not. He was a penguin in this show. That was his
was
suit.
he? Was
Oh
that a
yeah.
penguin
Yeah,
suit? Oh,
that was.
shoot. I mean, I felt like she was gonna go all sorts of bad choices.
That's
Like,
fair.
so even though he manipulated her, at least it was like to a probably better result for them. Like, it's hard to say because she was just like she was falling for
If the dude is stalking you, you probably shouldn't be attracted to him.
I don't, was he stalking her?
You know
Yes,
what?
absolutely.
Okay, you know what? We don't ship it, but you know, they're not gonna show up for a while, so I don't want to think about it.
That's fair. Good pull. Out of sight, out of mind.
What did
Yeah.
what did Hirobi say to freaking secondary writer that was so upsetting? that he
something,
kicked him
something,
over.
Evil something something. It really doesn't matter. He got out.
He was like,
That's-
"You a chimp." He was like, "What you call me?"
Wait, actually, I
Yeah.
found the scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's something dumb, probably.
Are you
I
sure
completely
you have
forgot.
free will?
Oh,
Oh yeah. Why does he? I don't know. I know who I am. Pushes
Can
him
you
down.
prove it?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Ooh, shut up."
I mean, the key part of winning an argument is pushing someone over and telling them to shut up. That means you won. No one who's lost an argument has done that, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Loved it.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys have anything else about this episode before we dive into our comment section?
Obviously not.
Oh, I barely had a point. Guys, Double the Unknown is back, and he's here with a lot of words for us.
Oh, thank
He
God.
says, this episode, and I'm assuming the next as well, are exactly what the show needed to shake up this arc. MetsuboJinrai.net being back in action makes me believe we will get the reveal of the hooded figure next week. Also, they still haven't explained what happened during that scene where Fuo was tailing the hooded figure. The completion will definitely be back. Competition will definitely be back, but at least Aruto has human gear saving abilities, and Hirobi's group
Oh
will
yeah.
be at too, so we should be seeing something different unfolding for the last two competitions. I don't
That's
want the competitions to come back. They have to be done. Aruto's gonna
human
win.
gear healing abilities is what he's needed.
Yeah, it's what the shows needed to keep them. Well, actually, this time I don't think it really matters. Honestly,
Yeah, this entire arc, like they just fix him up right away, anyways.
they just
So
build
it
a new.
never really felt like a threat.
Really, the only person you need to use it on is Izu because she can't be backed up.
That's true.
Yeah, and they're just gonna play around with that once they need to kick the plot up a
Yeah.
notch.
Why won't the sword work? Oh, because this pseudoscience reason. Ah, dang it.
Magnets.
Magnets.
Duh.
Nanites.
Mag-
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
oh boy.
Courtesy of Ray Palmer.
You're not gonna be moving for a while. Okay. Now we're just
Yeah.
memeing.
Now let's get out of here. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below what you thought about our thoughts about your thoughts about this episode. And don't forget, next week, I think Hero Major's ending. No, that's starting next week. Or the week after.
Wait,
I think-
Cure Mage's ending?
Oh,
Holy crap.
Wait. What's happening? We're gonna do a thing. Watch it. Thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye-bye.
Fantastic. Our reviews have been getting a little bloated recently in terms of like what we have to say, and I'm not unhappy about it. 'Cause I feel like
Now,
you know.
this one we just had was